What if I told you that your book has 1 second to make an impression? That's it. If your title isn't clear, catchy, and memorable in that split second, you might be losing out on hundreds, if not thousands, of potential readers. So in this episode of Your Path to Publish, we're breaking down the 1 second rule and giving you 3 must-know strategies to craft a nonfiction book title that sticks. This is Your Path to Publish. I'm your host, Zach Christensen. For the past decade, our team has guided authors just like you to find the best path to publish your book, get people excited to buy it even before it launches, and to turn it into the ultimate business card to build your business and your legacy. If you are ready to get your book out of your head and into people's hands, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. So as mentioned, on today's episode, we're diving into a critical part of your book's success, your title, and as an extension of that, your subtitle. We're going to be talking about the 1 second rule and how to craft a nonfiction book title that sticks in your reader's mind instantly. I want you to think about the last time you scrolled through Amazon or walked through a bookstore, or you were trying to catch your flight and you quickly went by an airport bookstore. You see dozens of book titles in just a few seconds. The ones that grab your attention, they follow the 1 second rule. You get what the book is about immediately, or at least something is provocative enough about the title that you are focused on the book. And that title stays with you even if you choose to move on, or that title causes you to read the subtitle and then you pick up the book to learn more. So how exactly do you create a title like that? Let's start with a quick example. Let's say you have a general self-help book that's on personal growth, and you come up with the title, The Path to Personal Growth, which does tell you what it's about, but let's be honest, it could be about anything. I don't know what type of personal growth it's talking about. Is it professional? Is it personal? Is it spiritual? Is it financial? What type of growth is it talking about? So let's take this title and rework it a little bit further by focusing on the clarity, keeping it memorable, and what the impact is for the book. So after taking this title and doing some refining and brainstorming this week in keyword research, here's a title that's stronger. Master Your Mind, the science of breaking bad habits and creating a life you love. So first is the main title, Master Your Mind. It immediately tells you that you're focusing on your mind. And the subtitle brings in several elements. First is that it brings in the promise, telling you about breaking bad habits and creating a life you love. So it implies that by reading this book and mastering your mind, you're going to be able to break your bad habits and create a life that you love, a life that you want. And then the other part that's great about this is because there's so much about science on this subject, by throwing the word science in, you're going to bring in some instant credibility by implying that what you're teaching in this book is backed by scientific research or at least some form of outside credibility. So again, the original title, The Path to Personal Growth, or Master Your Mind, with the subtitle, The Science of Breaking Bad Habits and Creating a Life You Love. Can you hear the difference? It's clear, specific, and instantly tells the reader why they should care about the book. And that's one of the points about when thinking about a title, is thinking about why a reader needs to care about your book and getting that reflected in the title. Now let's break down how you can do the same for your book title. So here are 3 key principles behind the 1 second rule and how to apply them. First is make it instantly clear. Your title should communicate what your book is about at a glance. If your readers have to think too hard about it, they'll most likely move on. Now, nonfiction readers, when they're looking for a book, are specifically looking for a solution the majority of the time. So your title should make that clear in an instant. So some examples of best-selling books that have done well with this are Atomic Habits, The 4-Hour Workweek, or Start with Why. Some more recent books that have done well with this is 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals. That's pretty intriguing. These titles work because you immediately know what the book is about and why it matters. So looking at Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, you immediately know that he's going to focus and hopefully provide information on how you can go from working 40, 50, 60 hours a week down to only working 4 hours a week. Number 2 is keep it short and punchy. The best titles out there seem to be concise, ideally between 3 to 5 words. That makes sense for a lot of psychology because most of the time when you're trying to remember a list of words, like your grocery list, you're only able to remember and regurgitate anywhere from 5 to 8 words on average through the scientific studies that have been done over the years. Now, that could be plus or minus 2 or 3 words depending on the day, your age, and a variety of other factors. But the point is, when you're applying that to a book title, keeping it between 3 and 5 words will help make your book more memorable. So some of these are books like by Brene Brown, Dare to Lead, or a single word book like Grit by Angela Duckworth. Then the final principle behind the 1-second takeaway is use strong, evocative words. There are certain words out there that will trigger curiosity and emotion and make your title more engaging. So think about power words that you could use like master, fearless, tiny, essential, ultimate, hidden, or secret. Thinking about those words that capture attention and create emotion can help you find a title that resonates with your book. Keep in mind that you don't want a word that's not going to align with your book. You want to make sure that whatever it is, that it aligns and that it's going to capture attention. So what you're ultimately doing here is putting on your marketing hat and creating a hook for someone to pay attention. Because when they pay attention to your title, they're going to want to read the subtitle and then read more and learn more about the book. It all starts with that 1 second. So the 1 second rule is simply, if your title doesn't instantly grab attention and tell readers what the book is about, it needs work. If you're not sure that your title is up to the bar that it needs to be, run it through this quick test. Would someone know what your book is about at a quick glance? Is it short, catchy, and easy to remember? And does it use strong, engaging words? If not, it might be time for you to pause and continue to refresh and test out new ideas. Get feedback from others. Look at books that are currently out there in the categories and genres that you want to play in. See what they're doing and see what books are doing well. One of the best ways to just simply test your book is to say it out loud to someone who doesn't know about your book or necessarily about the topic of your book. If they don't get it immediately, it might be time to do some tweaking. Having a 1 second rule title will help your book go further. You still need all the other stuff out there, but this is a key part of it. If you need further help and you want feedback on your title, head over to juxtabook.com and schedule up a free consultation. You can also join the Juxtabook Author Edge community. We'd love to have you join and give and get feedback on your book title. If you found today's episode helpful, take a second to subscribe and leave a review. Thanks for tuning into your path to publish today. Until next time, happy writing.